think we just need to address this right off the bat. It was announced this week that Colton Haynes will not be returning to the show for season 3. Jeff?
I spoke to Colton last night, actually. And unfortunately, he did confirm to me that he's not coming back to the show. It's disappointing news. Colton is a friend. He's a good friend. And we're going to leave the door open for him to come back if he so decides. But I think Colton has to do what's best for him in his career. And I have no doubt that someone as talented as Colton will have little trouble finding work. But we are really going to miss him. So Jackson is a great character. It was nice to see him finally become a werewolf at the end of season 2. But as for the future, we'll have to see. And
there were offers of episodes to kind of wrap this up, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen some things online, but very few of them are true. Our plan was to have him in. It was a contract for 2 full seasons, so we were hoping he would come back. But I think it's show business, and some people have to move on if they're not, if they feel they want to do something else creatively. But Colton's a great actor. He's gonna have a fine career.
And he's a good guy too.
Yeah. And
he's my best friend.
So it's gonna be okay.
Thank you, Dan.
And you, Jeff, you have a plan to resolve this.
Oh yeah,
the sudden absence.
Yeah, we have a plan, but it's not gonna be easy. He's got tough shoes to fill, so we're gonna have to concentrate on making this a great season, hopefully without him. But we'll move on, and so let's talk about Comic-Con and,
all right,
and season
let's
3.
move on. In fact,
yeah.
Yes. All right, so we put it out there on Twitter. Did you guys have any questions? And the number 1 question that came up. So we're just going to do it. Steric? It's not even a question. I just have to say it. What is going on with Steric?
So more about Colton. We're really gonna miss him.
You see that the fans are insanely married to this idea. No, we got a dissenter there.
Wow.
So do you plan to tantalize them more by just giving them more and more reasons to think?
I don't know. What do the fans think? Is there divisiveness in? Is that a word?
What does that word mean?
Is there a feeling that Styles should be with Lydia? How about Styles and Allison? Is there what would we call that? Stallison?
Stallison? Aliciles?
Why am I not included in any of this? Huh?
Oh, well, we actually have a question about that also.
Really?
So apparently there's a movement that likes Scott with Isaac. Skyzik?
Skyzik? Me and the British kid?
I like that pairing.
Yeah. And I think is there a plan this season, in season 3, to kind of get these guys to become closer friends?
Yes, absolutely. There is almost a kind of a love triangle going on, a bromance triangle between Styles, Scott, and Isaac. Scott and Isaac, because of their mutual werewolfness, are going to grow closer as friends. They're going to become big allies in the coming season, and
you kind of saw that happening last season, towards the end of last season.
Yeah. So Isaac is going to see plenty of action in the first few episodes, starting with the. Have you guys read the first page yet? That's a big action sequence that we're plotting out now with all of our visual effects people. It has to do with lots of motorcycles and a lot of super fast werewolf running. So it's going to be a fun, nice. We like to kick it off really, really big in the opening of the season. So I think you guys will enjoy it. And Daniel Sharman's a phenomenal actor, and he's really super psyched to be coming back to the show. And I have him with my personal trainer right now, kicking his ass at 6 in the morning.
Why is Daniel there and I'm not? Why?
Because it's your 3rd season.
Oh, okay.
And you should be doing your push-ups on your own now.
Oh.
And you're getting paid a lot more than he is.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
All right. So speaking of Styles, last season was pretty rough on him. He didn't have an easy road this season. And now it sounds like you're going to take his best friend away from him, too. Is this kid going to get any happiness?
Oh, he will. He will. In the arms of friends.
Okay.
He's going to have. We're working on making Styles, turning him back to the comic relief, the kind of sidekick. But he's also our sort of pseudo detective. So he's going to have a big moment in episode 2 and 3 that kind of launches him on his season arc. So what you're going to find with Scott and Styles at the beginning of the season is they've sort of moved on from Allison and Lydia. It's 4 months later, and they're they're juniors now, and they need new blood. Yeah. Because he still looks 17, doesn't he?
Exactly.
I do look like a little kid. Except for when I have a beard.
Yeah.
Did anyone see my beard? All right, cool.
Anyone see the mustache? Yeah. Anyone trying to forget the mustache? Me too.
Scott, season 1 was pretty much all about, or Tyler, Scott was discovering his skills, his abilities in the first season, freaking out. Season 2 was really about him kind of embracing them and kind of honing them. What do you think he's going to be doing in season 3?
I think he's gonna follow along the same kind of things that he was doing in season 2, where he's more embracing his powers and using them for good. And he's, I think, trying to be a little superhero because he's a good guy and he has these powers and he can use them to help people and save people. And that's what he's going to do it for. So I think maybe he's going to look for some help because last season he struggled a lot and was going through a lot of stress and depression kind of because he tried helping so many people and couldn't do it all at one time. So I think maybe now this season he's going to look to Isaac and other werewolfness people who can maybe be his own pack. I don't know. Is that true or not? I haven't read anything of season 3 yet, so I don't. That's not true. I read the first script. Kind of.
Yeah. I can speak to that as a writer of the season. You're right. Scott is definitely going to become more of a leader this season. We in the writers' room we chose a quote from Twelfth Night as our kind of overarching theme of the season, and it's "Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them." And Scott, we love our Shakespeare at Teen Wolf, yes. If you look at it in a certain way, in terms of being an alpha, Derek was born great in the sense that he was sort of destined to be an alpha. An alpha like Peter achieved greatness by stealing it. And Scott has greatness thrust upon him. And Scott's ultimate destiny, we believe, is to become an alpha in his own right. But he's going to have to accept that at first. He's going to have to accept that he is destined for greatness.
He's going to get thrusted with greatness.
Yes.
Just going to let you guys put that up.
By Isaac, now. Yeah. Isaac is going to thrust me with his greatness. And I won't be coming back to season 3, everybody.
And Twitter just exploded.